Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Group 1, I would like to welcome you. My name is Han, and you can call me Hannah. I'm responsible for Group 1. First of all, let me thank you all for coming here today, and hope all of you will have a pleasant journey. Now, I will start the ball rolling by pointing out what is our topic, and I would have to go for generation gap. My presentation is divided into 6 parts.
Get ready. Minions will be deployed in 5 seconds.
My presentation is divided into 6 parts. Definition, what is generation gap, and reality, how generation gap are happening all around us. Reason, why does this phenomenon exist in our society? Effects, what can it cause? Solution, some suggestions that can be helpful. And the last conclusion. As we know, generation gap is going to be a hot potato in our society. It brings about dozens of conflicts between grandparents, parents, and their teenage children. So that's an overview of the phenomenon reality. Now, let's take a look at the definition. So, what is generation gap? Generation gap is a difference of opinions between one generation and another regarding beliefs, politics, or values. In today's new age, generation gaps often refers to a perceived gap between young people and their parents or grandparents. And according to Pearson book, we collect generation gap is a popular term used to describe the wide differences between members of young generation and their older generation. A generation gap exists when older and younger people don't understand each other by their experiences, their opinions, habits, or behavior and lifestyle. Generation gap can exist between 2 or even 3 generations in a family between the mature and immature generation. Now, let's move on to some reasons of generation gap. First, it is about the differences among generation taste and lifestyle. To be more specific, each age group has their own style in music, beliefs, and fashion. An important thing needed to be highlighted is the parents' strict attitude towards children's relationship. Whenever children in adolescence are in a relationship or being friends with different gender people, adults will immediately force them to end this relationship. conflicts is the effect of the elder imposition on children's life. Some parents expect and hope that children can have a better use of time, like for physical activities, rather than gluing their eyes in front of electrical devices all day. But children do not always see the thing the way their parents do. In addition, the adults may try to impose their choice of university or a career on their children regardless of their children's preference.
Mom, can I hang out with my friend? It's a lie, it isn't too late for me to have.
Last but not least, major factor causing the generation gap is the lack of trust, share, and communication. Many parents still treat their children like small kids. In addition, parents have a strong opinion that they know what is best for their children. Parents tend to be dominant and not to trust their children to deal with crises. In contrast, children have a tendency to be freedom and make their own decisions or express their opinion. Teens nowadays prefer to live independently and take responsibility for what they do. Parents are too busy with their own work, and children find it hard to relieve their feelings with the older, so whenever having troubles, they often seek for help from their friends. Moving on to the next section, let's take a look about some impacts of this phenomenon. As a result of the causes, there are some impacts this phenomenon even seems endless. First, family members get hard to lend a sympathetic ear and understand the others. Conflicts and arguments happen and have been increasing dramatically. And last, children's education is affected when having trouble with their parents. So, there are some suggestions aiming to tackle this issue. First is the open communication, which can create mutual trust and understanding. Second, Each generation should be willing to lend a sympathetic ear to the others. And last, every member should try to understand others, being reconciled after having any argument, and provide to others a sense of safety and resilience. So let me summarize what I've said. To sum up, although generation gap is a difficult problem to deal with, we should raise a hand and take action, especially in our family, because family is the foundation of society.
Dada dama bi kanu ya ko rai. Dai dada ko dama bi rai. Dama bi.
Finally, I would like to finish my presentation by thanking you all for your attention. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask me and I will do my best to answer.
Any one of you has the answers for group 1, and of course you will have